Gear lust. We're all guilty of the gear lust. We all see the new shiny object and we want to just go get it. So lately I've been making improvements to the studio, you know, the yo. And I really like the way my studio is coming along, man. It's really dope. But I could get caught up in this gear lust, and I know you might be a victim of this too. We become like collectors sometime, and I don't want to really be a collector. I'm more of a creator. I'm a music producer. I'm a songwriter, and my main goal is to actually help other artists by providing them with production services, filmmaking services, content creation, all of that stuff. So my specific goals, it really drives what gear and equipment that I feel like would make my job better, would make my life better, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to ever think that you need all of this gear just to make dope songs, you know, you do not. And I don't ever want to demonize someone that actually want to get that equipment either, because they might need it, or, you know, it's several different scenarios where getting equipment will actually make you make better music, you know? It's a bunch of different times that will happen. Let's say you get a new plugin, or you get, let's say, Native Instruments Complete, and you got all of these different sounds, you know, and that really influences you to learn these different plugins, to start playing with these different plugins, and start making more music, start making more beats, and that inspiration, that push that you got from getting this new plugin or a new beat machine or something like that, that is invaluable. That's inspiration. But what happens when you get more plugins? What happens when you get another beat machine? You know, what happens when they come out with the new model of the same one that you got, and you just want to upgrade because it got slight improvements, it got a touch screen now, or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? That's when you might be sidestepping your goals. You might be making a step to the side rather than a step to the front. And if you do that too many times, you end up spinning your wheels, you know, you end up not going nowhere. And I just want to say, man, it's very, very valuable to get dope equipment, but it's also very valuable to learn the equipment that you got. It's extremely valuable to learn on what you got and actually upgrade your skills. Because if you upgrade your skills, you could take that to any piece of equipment, DAW, microphone, whatever. What I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of different ways to get your music better, and equipment is just one part of it, you know? So I actually have some notes written down here, and I got the case against getting more equipment, more gear, and the case for getting more gear. All right, so the case against getting more gear. If you don't know the gear that you got, like I just said, then maybe learn that gear, or unless you just hate the way it works or something like that. But if you're able to get into the zone and actually create some music and everything like that, learn everything you can about whatever it is that you got. And even if you learn on, subpar equipment, but most of the stuff is pretty good, you know, just make sure you do your research and get a good interface. You can get one for a few $100s. You know what I'm saying? You can get a mic for a few $100s. You can get, your software and everything, and then you up and running, you know. Then maybe you want to invest in some acoustic material. And it took me a long time. I just upgraded my sound, you know. I got the Prime Acoustic sound panels. So now my studio is sounding a lot better now. So yeah, those might be one of the more responsible things to get, you know, because a lot of us want the shiny, cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? We want that. If you're an artist, you want that new microphone. You want that, you know, you want that warm sound. If you're a producer, you want that beat machine. You want the new MPC. And I seen that the MPC XL is gonna come out. I think they had some leaked photos of that. And I'm interested to see what that's about because I'm just getting into the MPC world. But anyway, so the next one is, if you do not know your goals for music, it don't make sense to be buying a whole bunch of equipment. Like, just know what you're trying to do. Like, is this going to be a career type thing? Are you going to be trying to record other artists? Are you trying to be an audio engineer and mix? Or are you just trying to be, are you a solo artist and just want a way to record at home? You know, so just know what your specific goal is, and don't just try to just try to get everything at once, you know, because first of all, that's going to be a lot of things to learn at once. It's best to acquire the basics and then slowly build on what you got. All right, another reason why you shouldn't be getting more equipment is if you can't afford it. That should be obvious, but I mean, if you are like robbing Peter to pay Paul just to get this new piece of equipment because you think this is going to be the game changer and everything is going to happen for you once you get this thing, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe try to get something a little cheaper and then work with that for a minute and then try to step up. Or if you have patience, go ahead and wait. You could get some equipment from a place like Sounds. I'm an affiliate of Sounds, so you know I got a bunch of stuff in the description, all the equipment that I use. So if you want to buy some equipment, go ahead and use the link. You know what I'm saying? Just to support the channel. Had to throw that in there, you know, but I'm not trying to sell you on getting more equipment if you do not need it. If you feel like you have what you have, but you want something and you see, you know, you have that shiny object syndrome and you really, really want this thing, but it costs this amount, but man, I'm gonna have to like eat some oodles or noodles for a while. I don't think you should get it. Unless you're young and you just willing to take that risk and mom and dad is paying for your bills and all that, hey, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Go crazy. But if you got bills or if you got mouths to feed, man, just focus on what you got. Focus on what you got. Make your sound as sharp as possible, and then try to, if this is a career for you, try to make some money out the game. Make some money out of the game, and then reward yourself when you get a client. You know, if you get a mixing client, or if you are able to do production for a person, you know what I'm saying? Or if you sell some beats online, whatever it is that you're doing, just focus on that main goal. Once you have your equipment that you need, focus on the main goal of what you want and be driven and be motivated. Another reason is there may be other more boring things that you should put money into, like marketing, like, you know, your desk, your chair that you sit in, man. You got to get a good chair, but that's not sexy to say, you know what I'm saying? Like the acoustic panels that I just got, it took me so long to get acoustic panels because I always thought, like, you know, that wasn't the most exciting thing to put money into, but it is very, very valuable, man. It sounds so different in here. I can hear my mix way better. And I got the Prime Acoustic London 12, I believe it was. Man, it sounds amazing in here. And I got a video coming up where I show the installation and everything. And I let you hear how it sounds before and after I put the acoustic panels up. They are worth every penny. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there may be things that you might need to put money into other than gear that might help your career. So make sure that you know what you're putting your money into. Now, another reason why you shouldn't get that new shiny piece of equipment is because you don't really make money off of music, and you think that this piece of equipment is actually going to be like wheezy out of there. You finna go to the moon once you get this, you know, whatever this piece of equipment is. It's just finna change everything. No, don't think like that. So you might get this new piece of equipment. You might not even like it. You might put it in a corner. You know what I'm saying? And then now you spend so much time like lusting over this equipment and you don't even use it that much, or it's so complicated to learn that it's like taking time away from like your goals and the things that you had on your schedule. Now you got to spend more time learning this new piece of equipment. And, you know, is that helping you in the long run? Maybe. Maybe it will help you in the long run if you sit there and learn it, and then you become a beast, and you making dope stuff with it, whatever it is. Maybe it will help in the long run, but just don't go too crazy on thinking that there's a magic bullet. Like once you get this new audio interface, you're gonna make better music. That's not how it works. Just make sure that what you're doing is financially sound. That's all I'm saying. Cause I want you to ball, man. I want you to shine. And I would tell this to anybody that's starting in this game, man. Like, just focus on getting better, getting good, because you will always take your skills with you. All right, so here's a few scenarios where maybe you want to get some new gear and you will definitely benefit from getting new gear. One is that you realize that there are parts of your workflow that can use improvement and would make you faster, more efficient, or make the sound better, improve the quality, and you know how to pinpoint that specific area, and you know exactly what you need. Now, of course, you're a professional if that's the case, and you don't need to even listen to me, you know what I'm saying, because you're going to get the piece of equipment that you want. But for anybody that's not a professional and, you know, trying to learn this stuff, yeah, you want to make sure you buy stuff strategically and buy stuff that you know will fill a hole that you have, you know. Another reason might be that you are a collector of equipment, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like those people, they have their thing that they love, and it's part of their passion. And I just would say, hey man, if you can afford it, you want to get that new machine, you want to get that new MPC, and it's nothing to you, you know, and you just know that you're doing it for fun and you just want to collect it, or maybe you getting paid, you know what I'm saying, to do it, but you still collect different pieces of equipment because you're just passionate about it, you know. Man, there's a lot of people like that, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's making you happy. It's not hurting you. You get into the zone when you get a new piece of equipment. It's just what you do. Or you're like me and you have a YouTube channel and you want to show all the people the different types of equipment that they can get for themselves. I've been upgrading my studio, but I also wanted to show the different types of equipment and different ways that you could upgrade your vocal chain, and show like the level of quality from one mic to another mic to different audio interfaces and stuff like that. Another good reason to buy new equipment is you don't really have enough equipment or you're missing something. Like, if you don't have an audio interface, of course you're gonna need an audio interface, you know what I'm saying? If you've just been making beats with your laptop and you know you got FL on the laptop and you just been making beats and stuff like that, ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But let's say you wanna lay some vocals or you wanna hook them up to speakers or whatever it is, some actual studio monitors, yeah, you need an audio interface. That's gonna be obvious to you, obviously, when you come to that road. You wanna get more tactile with making beats. You don't like clicking and dragging as much as you like beating on pads, then hey, buy that beat machine. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, learn it, and it's gonna be, I wouldn't call it an investment unless you get money back from it, you know what I'm saying? Then it's investment. But I would say it's a luxury, you know, it's a way to make music that inspires you and makes it fun. So there's nothing wrong with just getting something because it's fun, you know, and you're gonna have like thousands of hours of enjoyment. How much is that worth, right? You know, how much is happiness worth? So that's it. That's the case for and against getting new equipment. Always do what's best for you. Anything that you see on my channel, just know you do not have to buy it. You do not have to buy it to be good at your craft. But if it does help you to see it being demoed and stuff like that, man, I'm happy. I'm happy that I can help. And if it influences you to get a certain microphone or a certain beat machine, whatever it is, then I'm glad that I can help. but I will never tell you for sure to get something. I will let you know your options if you ask me questions about certain things. But one thing, I do not know what you need. I don't know what type of music you do. I don't know your voice. You know, I don't know how you get down in the studio. So for me to make a recommendation for you, it's gonna be like, it might be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, what works for me might not work for you. All I'm doing is giving you information, and I just want to show you the whole creative process and help you with your creative process and help you with upgrading your gear, your vocal chain, your studio, you know, based on what I know as a person that has had a home studio. I mean, I had a home studio for a long time, like probably like 10 years, you know, so I've upgraded slowly over the years, so I know a lot about this stuff. I just want to just give you the knowledge that I've acquired over the years, and hopefully it can help you. All right, so I'm gonna stop this rant. I hope that you got some value out of this, and remember just to stay creative, stay on your craft, and stay on task, and do what you need to do. But you don't always need new gear to do it. All right. All right, so like and subscribe, comments, put them in the comment section. Let me know what you think. What's the last piece of gear that did you buy? Or what's the most important piece of gear that you bought that was just absolutely worth it, and you're so happy that you got that piece of gear and it improved your music and your life? Let me know what piece of equipment that is. And yeah, that's about it. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you on the next one.